Hi, everyone. This is Jennifer Kavanaugh of the Soul Institute, and I am here with a question period today. And the question is, how do you navigate all of the information that is out there right now and truly know what is the truth? Does truth have a feeling to it? Does it have a resonance to it? And when I answer this question in terms of the spiritual perspective or the energetic perspective, yes, you can go out and you can research and you can use science and you can use all of those things to assist you. As I answer this question, I just want to put that disclaimer out there for all of the people who feel that science is the best way and the only way to measure the truth. I am not against science. However, I do believe when we look historically, throughout humanity, there have been many, many instances where individuals have had an idea, have known the truth before science has been able to measure it. And so what I'm really interested in is how can we get a feeling or a measurement of that truth before we have necessarily the tools and so forth. Because right now information is coming at a rapid speed and we can't always wait for things to catch up. Now, should we do that work after the fact, once it's available, once we have the time? Absolutely. So let's begin. So truth, I feel, has a very palpable energetic feeling to it. It isn't energy. So any words that are spoken, thoughts that are thought, they all have an energy to it, which means that they are a feeling. And the human body is really great at taking those thoughts, taking those bits of energy and processing them, of feeling them and interpreting them. So I want to give you a little experiment here. Just take a moment to close your eyes. And I want you in your mind, or you can say it out loud, to say something that is true about yourself. For example, say your age. I am 38. Say your name. My name is Jennifer Kavanaugh. Okay, make sure that it is your true name. The names I find can be tricky, but find some pieces of information that are true and just say them in your mind or out loud. And as you do that, really become attuned, pay attention to how that feels in your body. See if you can feel the energy current of those words or thoughts moving through the body in that instance. Good. Now I want to take whatever it is that you said and make it a lie. So change your age. I am 5 years old. Okay. Give yourself a different name. Say anything that you know to be false about yourself. And I want you to, again, close your eyes and tune in to how that energy feels in your body. You may find that it feels slightly different. For me, when I feel truth, the energy just glides through effortlessly. It's a clear stream of information, and it's just like a light that can go from the top of my spine right to the bottom of my spine. There's no interference, there's no waves, it's smooth. It's a smooth energy. When I feel a lie, there's a little bit of what I would describe as chaos. You might feel it as like the beginnings of anxiety, a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a wavering. And so really take 24 hours and test this out. Test it out with things that you already know are true and are false. And then once you have that really solid physical response, once you can really tune in to the tool that your human body is, you can start to use it a little more reliably when you are connecting with other information. A lot of you, it's interesting. I've talked to quite a few people in the last 2 weeks, and a lot of people have been talking about the pendulums. When we talk about, if you come to the Soul Institute, we use the pendulums. We show people how to use pendulums, which is a dowsing method of holding an item up, and you can ask it yes or no questions, right? Is this true or is this false? And so yes, you could use a pendulum in the same manner. However, the human body is a lot more sophisticated. It's a lot more complex in terms of interpreting that information, because you're able to get beyond just a yes or a no. As you start to really understand the complexity and nuance of the feeling of that energy, you'll be able to get either a straight yes, no, or you'll be able to get a, I need to dig a little bit further here. It might be yes, or it might be no, but it's maybe not the full information, the full spectrum that I need at this point in time. And then how you use that moving forward is when you hit some pieces of information, tune in to how that information feels in your body. When you read an article, are you immediately going yes? Are you immediately going no? But not from the mind. Not from the mind, because the mind is where we can play a lot of tricks on us, and there is a lot of energy that's being focused on manipulating our minds right now. So you really got to go deep into that belly. How does the energy feel once it gets deeper into the body? So give that a try. I'm really curious to see. This would be a really interesting experiment. And I think there's probably, I would suspect, some experiments out there in regards to this information. So if you have them, please share them in the link below so that others can read up on how we can actually use the human body as part of our evaluation method of truth, of information. But if you're doing your own field experiments, which I also feel are valuable in your own life, I'd love to hear the results of that and how that may benefit you. And know that this type of information can work in complement to physical research and data and science as well. You know, every science experiment begins with a question, with an inkling of, I think there might be more here. Something feels a little bit off here. So let's really use and capitalize on some of these skill sets that we innately have as humans. We have them, they're valuable. So I hope that answers that question. And I look forward to experimenting with all of you. And a great way is to just keep a journal and note down, especially right now, because information is coming in so quickly, of what you are evaluating as truth or false. And you don't even have to share it with anybody, but just keep your own little log so that as the science comes forward, you can validate, was your feeling correct? Was it accurate? And once you have that feedback from the real world, from the science, from experience, from other interactions with people, that's when you'll know how much you can trust your interpretation of that information, because it's the trust that will allow you to really amplify and accelerate that ability to use that skill set. So have a great day, enjoy some sunshine, and we will see you all soon.